huge for our community. You know, we have a lot of tradition, you know, especially in football here in Cameron, and you know, a lot of our kids have dreams of going to play at the next level, and these two young men are getting to fulfill those dreams, and it's been very fulfilling for me personally, you know, on a selfish level, just seeing them go through the process and how happy and how proud they are, and their families as well, how happy and proud they are of them. And these two guys have taken care of business and done what they needed to be able to go and take the next step and play at the next level. It's a very pleasing and very exciting time. Sicory, he's been a huge part of our program for several years now. A big play threat anytime he touched the ball, a chance for him to score. Other teams had a game plan for him. You know, a lot of times, I know we talked during the season, and you know, we see this on film, but when we play them, they give us something different. And a lot of times, that was because they're game planning for Sicory. So you know, he's definitely a playmaker, one of those guys that's a difference maker on a football team. He has great hands, runs good routes, and of course has tremendous speed. You know, not big in stature and size, but has a very big heart, and plays with a lot of emotion. And you know, he had to work on maturing and growing up how to control some of that emotion. And I felt like he did a good job of that this year. And I was very proud of him. And you know, can't say enough about Sicory. He did a great job for us throughout many years. Been a huge part of our program. He's got the skills to play, you know, anywhere. You know, he just doesn't have the size, and that's his drawback. But he's getting an opportunity to go show that he can do it no matter what the size. And Blinn's getting an opportunity. They've been on his radar for a long time, or he's been on their radar for a long time, I should say. They've stayed in contact with me a little bit and him when they could, and they've had their eye on him, and they like him. They love his you know, adjusting to the ball in the air, great hands. You know, even in traffic, it doesn't affect him. He's still going to catch the ball. A lot of just things that are, you know, you don't have. You know, he's got the speed. You know, a lot of times they look for kids with the speed, but he's got all the other intangibles that go along with it. The hands and the route. He runs very good routes. He's a football player. He's very smart. He's very tough. You know, like I said, only drawback's his size, but he's getting an opportunity, and I hope he goes and makes the most of it. I think he will. Jesse's huge. You know, as defensive coordinator before I became the head coach, you know, Jesse was one of those staples. Ever since he was a freshman in the playoffs, you know, we played a lot of run-heavy teams, and so we plugged him right in there as a freshman. And he's played in 52 and started almost all those 52 varsity football games for us, and that's amazing. I mean, most kids are lucky to play 20 games, you know, in their high school career of varsity football, and he's played 52. I mean, that's really something to be proud of. It's very special. Jesse's one of those kids. He's a football player too. He's a really nice kid when you talk to him. He's got a mean streak and a toughness about him on the football field. And you know, as a football coach, you kind of like that. You know, you like him to have a little mean streak, a little toughness out there on the football field. He's got that. Got a huge heart. Very coachable young man. You know, yeah, a lot of times you don't get a lot of recognition playing on the D-line or O-line because you're taking up blockers a lot of times. And in our scheme, a lot of times he's taking up blockers, allowing those linebackers to get to the ball. So maybe your stats aren't as high, but he's very good at it, and you know, he does a good job of maintaining his gap. He's definitely going to be very, very, very missed for us on the D-line, and hopefully some of those younger kids just saw how he handled his business and how he did things. Extremely hard worker in practice as well. He'd get after it in practice. You know, he's not you know, he has great work ethic. He gets after it in practice games. You know, can't say enough about Jesse. Very proud of him. I know he's very excited. You know, when he told me about the offer and everything, grinning from ear to ear. He's not a kid that shows a great deal of emotion, you know, typically, and it was good to see that excitement, how happy he was when he got this offer from Howard Payne. He's going to translate over well for Howard Payne. He, you know, he's a kid. He's got a good frame on him, you know, good size, and he can get a lot stronger. And I think they're going to put him on a regimen of eating and weightlifting and all that. He's going to put on some muscle and some mass, and it's going to make him an even better player than he already is. So, you know, I'm excited about that. You know, we're going to keep up with him and see, you it's not going to be easy. He's starting over as a freshman. Both these guys, you tell him, hey, you're starting over as a freshman, and remember what it was like when you were a freshman here. You're not the big dogs on campus anymore. You're going to have to work your way back up like you did here. But I think Jesse will be fine at doing that for sure. Well, we talk to our younger kids all the time. We talk to our freshman athletic period. I was talking to them just yesterday about, hey, this is an important year for you and your grades. Grades are huge for you getting to take that next step in college and play whatever sport it is you want to play. And I'm hoping when you're a freshman, that's a long ways off, and you're not really thinking a whole lot about your future at that point. You're just thinking about that day or what's going on that weekend or whatever it is. But we try to get them to stop and pause and think and reflect. And I think these two guys have done a good job of that. They've Jesse's taking care of business in the classroom. He's got a good GPA. He went and took his ACT and stuff when he was a junior like he needed to. He didn't wait till he was a senior. And these are all things, and Sicory, same thing, took his when he was a junior. These are all things we tell them, you don't want to wait around and wait till the last minute to do it, because when signing day comes, it's February 1st, and all these schools are filling those spots they got. You want to be able to, have a chance of doing that. Now there's other chances after that, but the chances become less, and it's a slimmer chance after signing day because these schools are filling those spots. But these two have done a good job of taking care of business. We've used them as examples for our younger kids already about this is how you do it. They followed the process. They filled out the paperwork. They took the test when they needed to. And, so I think these kids have done a good job as far as that, showing an example of what you need to do to reach these goals. I know both of these young men, Jesse and Sicory, have told me that they couldn't wait to play football for the Yoemen from the time they were little kids on. And that's a great thing about Cameron is our tradition, our success in football throughout the years, 700 plus wins. It's an awesome place. Awesome community support is unbelievable. I think I heard those two young men telling you when the crowd cheers, how much energy it gives them, how good it makes them feel. I remember that back when I played. The Yo fan base is just amazing, and it's just an awesome place. And it's a great place to grow up. It's a great place to play football. It's a great place to get the opportunity to move on and play sports in college as well, whether it's football or other sports. And we've had Caden Harris sign earlier this year for baseball. We're going to have Savannah Cruz sign Texas Lutheran for volleyball, and now we've got these two, Jesse and Sicory. So and then hopefully we'll have a few more. Hopefully we will. I think we might. And but it's a great place to be. It's a great place to grow up. All these young men and young lady have had a good career here for us, and we're very proud of them.